What is up, Beam Team? It is your boy King Beam back at it again with another video. Today we are finally doing my top 10 favorite movies of 2023, which was supposed to drop on December 31st, but I got sick. So, here I am though, because, I got to supply y'all with the quality content. Now, before we get into the video, I just want to say that 2023 had a lot of movies and a lot of good movies. And, I made it my goal to watch as many movies as possible so that I would be fully prepared for this moment, for this video. But some I just didn't watch, like John Wick 4. It might have made the list, but I didn't see it. The Killer didn't make the list because I didn't see it. And also I think it's Poor Things I also didn't watch, and it might have made the list. And also a few honorable mentions that I couldn't put on here. Creed 3, loved it, but I couldn't put it on the actual list. I don't know. I'm going to go to my Letterboxd and see all the movies that I watched this year and see what's not on my list, because I know that there was like a lot, but they're not coming to mind right now. I still sound horrible. Anatomy of the Fall was really good, but it just didn't make my list. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, Extraction 2, I really loved. It wasn't like great, like one of like the greatest things ever, but I really enjoyed it. Godzilla -1, amazing. That might be like number 11 or 12. And Priscilla was really good too. But starting off our official top 10 list, at number 10 we have The Creator. I really enjoyed The Creator. A lot of people talked about how they thought the script sounded like it was made by AI, but it was a original sci-fi movie. It was this movie about how AI had advanced, and we had like put AI into like robots, and like there was like AI androids, and then somehow AI sent a nuke to LA and nuked LA, and now we're like hunting down the remaining AI, and there's like this like AI Jesus that could like stop the humans, and this guy gets sent out to capture and kill AI Jesus. But as things happen in movies, the guy that hates robots falls in love with the robot child. Not falls in love with it, but he cares about robot child. Turns out the robot child is, I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but it's a really good movie. It looks great. Gareth Edwards directed it. I'm pretty sure that's who directed it. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm 99% sure Gareth Edwards directed this movie, and Greg Fraser did the cinematography, so it's going to look beautiful. I love things that look pretty in film, and this was a very pretty movie to watch. If you haven't seen Creator, go watch The Creator. At number 9, we have The Holdovers. I made a video about this during my 25 Days of Christmas, so go watch it if you haven't. But basically, I was just saying that this is like a modern holiday classic. I think I'll watch it every year from now on. It's really good. The acting is impeccable. It was shot in Miramax, so it's going to look, it has that nice like 90s look to it that I really love in film. Paul Giamatti did his thing. He's gonna get nominated for the Oscar for sure, because he did really well. It's a really good feel-good holiday movie that I enjoyed. I haven't been giving ratings. I usually give ratings. Creator, I give a solid 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Holdovers, solid 8 out of 10. Would recommend. 8.5 if I'm being generous. At number 8, I feel like this is controversial. Saltburn. I haven't seen a lot of this on like a lot of people's top 10 list. I don't know. There's just something about this movie. I couldn't explain this movie at all. If you were to ask me to explain Saltburn, I couldn't at all. But please, the Academy, if you're watching this, give Barry Keoghan the Oscar for Best Actor. He did so much in this movie that I did not expect an actor to do. He went all out, and he is my top choice for Best Actor this year. This guy is insane, and I love him for his work, because why? I forget who the director is, but your mind is interesting. This was a crazy movie. I suggest watching it without watching a trailer, because I did it and I was in for a very surprising treat. Watch Saltburn. Solid 8 out of 10. Would recommend. On to number 7. we have Past Lives. Past Lives is a disturbingly great movie. It's so sad, and it's sad because it's not made to be a sad movie. It's made to be honest. It's a very honest film about, what could have been. The one that got away. Right person, wrong time. It's a very honest film about that subject matter, and that's what makes it sad. It's heartbreaking to watch this story unfold, and it's really relatable because we've all had that one person. You all have the one person, the one that got away, and it's very painful to watch. Celine Song's directorial debut is insane. It's probably gonna get nominated for Best Picture. Shout out Celine Song, she really did her thing. The acting is great, and the acting is what really drives this film, which is why I like it. It reminds me of the Before trilogy. I absolutely adore the Before trilogy. Before Sunrise is definitely in my top. Is it Sunrise? No, Before Sunset. That's the second one. That's my top 5 movies of all time. It's so good, and Past Lives reminds me of that, and I think that's why I like it so much. But if you haven't seen Past Lives, please go watch it. Probably make you cry, but it's a good movie. It's a good movie. So go watch it. At number 6, May December. Now, Natalie Portman. I have not seen Black Swan. I know that's a pretty good movie, but I think this is a top contender for her best acting work ever. I didn't know she was this good of an actress. Forgive me, Natalie Portman. I was not familiar with your game. You are great. You are great. So I've seen her in Star Wars. Shout out Padme. Beautiful. I've seen her in Star Wars and the Thor movies, but those she didn't really get to show off her acting skills that well. May December, oh my gosh, she did absolutely incredible. She did amazing, and it's the story about. I think it's based on a true story about this teacher who did it with one of her 7th grade students. She was 36 and he was 12, and she had his kids, and then they got married when they got older. It takes it takes place 18 years later when their kids are about to graduate high school, and Natalie Portman comes in, and she's supposed to play the lady in a movie, and she just she's just inside of their lives, and it's a good film because it shows that this was not a victimless crime. Scars were made. Not on the outside, but on the inside. Scars were definitely made to this man and to the woman as well. And it's just a bad situation. And before, I don't know what the actor's name is, but he doesn't act like that in real life. To contrast him in the movie to what he actually is in real life, he did a great job. So and the style of the movie, it's quite jarring at times because sometimes you think it's comedy, sometimes it's serious. There's this one line in the movie, because I didn't watch a trailer for this, and I thought it might be a horror movie because there's this horror movie music playing, and they're zooming in on her at the refrigerator, and it zooms in and zooms in and zooms in, and then she's like, I think we're gonna run out of hot dogs. And I was like, what? The tone for this movie is everywhere, which makes every scene feels awkward, disturbingly awkward, and I think that's good. That's what it's supposed to feel like, and I think the director did a really good job of getting his vibe right for what he wanted for the movie, or her. I don't know who directed it, but great film. Solid 9 out of 10. Would highly recommend you watch May December. All right, top five time. At number 5, we have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It's so good. I love the Spider-Verse movies. I can talk about them all day long. Go watch my review if you haven't. Please and thank you. But I mean, what can I say that has been said about Across the Spider-Verse already? Soundtrack is great. Animation is impeccable. Characters awesome. We love them. It's Across the Spider-Verse. If Across the Spider-Verse doesn't win Best Animated Film at the Oscars, I will riot. I think it's the clear winner, and if it doesn't win, there's some shenanigans going on. But that cliffhanger though, is insane. Cliffhanger's insane. But cliffhanger and all, 10 out of 10 movie, I'd say. It gets a 10 out of 10 for me. I think that the rest of these movies on this list get a 10 out of 10 from me. I think I gave them all 5 stars on Letterboxd because I liked them all. Not all of them. Not all of them. But I did give Across the Spider-Verse 5, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. You know, Across the Spider-Verse, it's great. On to number 4. Number 4 is, if I'm not mistaken, let me check my list here. Number 4 is, yes, Oppenheimer. Surprisingly that it is this low. Oppenheimer and Barbie, I'm gonna just say that, like, Oppenheimer and Barbie, those are 4 and 3. They're interchangeable for me. A lot of these movies on this list are interchangeable, but, you know, 4 and 3 in particular are really interchangeable. I don't know which one I like more. Maybe it's because of the Barbenheimer epidemic that went around the summer. I don't know. I saw Oppenheimer twice in theaters. I saw Barbie 3 times in theaters. I really love both of these movies. Let's talk about Oppenheimer first, since that one is technically number 4 on my list. Christopher Nolan, thank you. Thank you for doing what you do best. Practical effects. They made a practical nuke and exploded it, and it looked pretty. Like that scene in the movie where we're waiting for the bomb to, like, go off. Me and my friends are looking at each other like, it's tense. It's tense. We're sitting there, like, waiting, and it's like, you get nervous, like, when's it gonna go off? And then boom, it goes off, and it doesn't make a sound, because in real life you see the explosion before you hear it, and then it waits a few seconds. And hearing the boom in IMAX was, I mean, I saw it in IMAX the second time, so I knew the boom was coming, but it, like, jump scared me. It was loud in IMAX, like, boom, you know, when the freaking bomb exploded. But yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I loved it. It's Oppenheimer. You know, Cillian Murphy did his thing, acting. Robert Downey Jr., oh my gosh. See, it's him against Ryan Gosling for best, what is the term? It's not actor, but, like, you know, actor that's not the main actor. They're up for it. And the dude from May December. But I think it's going to be between Ryan Gosling and Robert Downey Jr. and Robert De Niro. But yeah, Robert Downey Jr. really did stay in this movie. He was probably my favorite performance from the movie. Yeah, I mean, it's Oppenheimer. We all loved it. Shout out Nolan. And then Barbie, Greta Gerwig did her thing. Literally, like, the whole, like, Barbie set just, like, brings you into the Barbie vibe. Like, you're there in Barbie land, and I loved it. Ken is my guy. You know? I'm just Ken. You know? And that's okay. Can you feel the Kenergy? What? I think I liked Barbie so much because I liked Ken so much. But I also loved Barbie's story arc and character development throughout the film, and the whole film itself was just fun. It was just fun vibes, and the songs were cool. I don't know, I really love the Barbie movie, but I also really love Oppenheimer. So Barbenheimer is 4334. On to number 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Oh my gosh, what a perfect trilogy. The Guardians of the Galaxy are my absolute favorite characters in the MCU. I love found family arcs, you know, One Piece, you know, the One Piece, the Straw Hat Crew, the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a lot of the other ones that I love are escaping me at this moment, but found family arcs are just my thing. They speak to me, and I just love the Guardians. I love each and every one of their characters. I love how in this movie, literally, like, throughout the whole trilogy of movies, Rocket has been, like, the visual representation of depression on the big screen, and he's like a little cute little raccoon animal, you know, but he is literally the visual representation of depression. And we bring it all to a climax in this movie where we see his past and how he got to where he is and why he's so sad, but he has a new family now. It's just such a great movie, and the way that they slid from my mans at the end, it wasn't like a big spectacle, beat up the big bad guy, boom, special effects. No, it was the Guardians came in and they beat him up. They slid. They went. They weren't gonna go like that. My boy Rocket wasn't going like that either. They all just beat him up 1-on-1. It wasn't a 1-on-1. It was like a what? 6-on-1 against the freaking High Evolutionary, whatever his name is. It was a really great movie. I loved it. Great ending to the trilogy. Guardians of the Galaxy are the best characters in the MCU. James Gunn is the best director to ever touch the MCU. He's going to do a great job with the DCU. shout out James Gunn. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. I love the movie. I could talk about it all day. It was just that good. It like, the music, the soundtrack it's perfect. Like, I'm sorry, you know, this wasn't in a lot of people's top 10, probably not even their top 15 movies of the year. But I just love the Guardians of the Galaxy that much that I had to put it at number 2 because I loved it so much. And yes, what's number 1? Killers of the Flower Moon. I didn't think I was gonna like this movie as much as I did, but I can't stop thinking about it now that I've seen it. It's like, it wasn't just like the performances that made it good. Like, the performances were outstanding as well, but like Scorsese, he loves to tell stories in movies about stuff that we don't see in the history books. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of his movies that are like really good are based on true stories. Wolf of Wall Street, I love, based on a true story. The Departed, based on a true story. Killers of the Flower Moon, based on a true story, which, you know, I would have never known about. I never known about this, and I'm glad that I know about it now, because, bro, Americans are crazy, you know, specifically the white people, but, you know, I don't want to get into that anyway. They're crazy, man. But yeah, bro, what is her name? She plays the main actress in this movie. I forgot her name, but every time she is on screen, she just like demands screen presence. Like, you are drawn to her performance because like she's doing such an amazing job. Of course, Leonardo DiCaprio, he's gonna do his Leo thing, bro. There's this crazy moment in the movie where like Leo's arguing with her because like they were trying to poison her with this medicine, and he was trying to get her to take the medicine, and he was like, "Oh, you're not gonna get safe with all that." Ooh. And I was like, whoa, like I was not expecting that to happen in the movie. That was crazy. But yeah, Robert De Niro, oh my gosh, how old is this dude? Still putting out great performances. 10 out of 10 performances. This guy, he was like the definition of evil. Like, the whole movie, there's this one part of the movie where they like bomb someone's house, and Robert De Niro walks in there, he's staring there, and he's like, there's like fire behind him, and he just looks like a villain. Like, oh, he did so good. He did so good in this movie. Definitely my favorite performance out of all of them. But yeah, like, everything about it was just great, and I love that Scorsese told this story to a modern audience. Go watch Killers of the Flower Moon. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And yeah, those are my picks for my top 10 movies of 2023. Let me know what yours are in the comment section down below. Drop a like, subscribe, all that good YouTuber jazz. If I sound weird, I'm sorry. I'm still a little sick, but I had to get this video out because like I don't want to keep waiting. So yeah, if you're still here, thank you for watching the video. I love you. Welcome to 2024. It's gonna be great. And yeah, Letterboxd Wrapped coming soon. Once they send me that email, I'm dropping a Letterboxd Wrap video. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. Have a great day. Peace out.